on the streets. Merry Christmas says the storefronts. And those nice neighbors that you pass on the streets. Everybody is cheerful and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. God bless you and good tidings. But what does the rest of America say? One thing that we do here at Real Talk is we let the numbers speak for themselves. We have our own opinion, but we also have facts and numbers. And we let the numbers speak for themselves. So while everyone is wishing everyone else a Merry Christmas and the neighbors are all in good spirits and decorating the houses and got the lights going and going out spending lots of money, 500,000 people are homeless as we speak. 500,000 people are homeless. 35% of the homeless don't even have access to shelters. Again, but Merry Christmas. 13 million households are food insecure. 13 million households, not people, households are food insecure. This means they don't have enough food. They don't know if they're going to get another meal. They don't know if they're going to eat today, tomorrow, tonight, or anything else. But Merry Christmas. One in three families with children don't have enough food. 1 in 7 children are food insecure. These are hard numbers. These are facts. It's not my opinion. But Merry Christmas. An estimated 30 to 40 million people in the United States are at risk of eviction right now. We talk about this every week. We have a country or a government that touts to be this Christian centric government that cares about its people. But those that have nothing, they don't care about. You get bombarded with ads to buy this and to buy that, to go into debt to celebrate Christmas, to celebrate Hanukkah or whatever holiday you celebrate. And again, I am not bashing anyone's religion or anyone's belief. I'm just saying it has to make sense. There are certain tenets within every spiritual belief, and taking care of the downtrodden, the poor, restoring man, feeding the hungry, are the tenets of most Western religions. And so are those the tenets supposedly of this country. But somebody this morning woke up with their things on the side of the road. Somebody woke up, a whole lot of folks woke up in the dark this morning. But Merry Christmas. Here in Alabama, we talk about it all the time. There was $2.3 billion allocated from the federal government to the state of Alabama for COVID relief, which included relief for evictions, people that lost their jobs due to COVID, and for food because people lost their jobs and couldn't afford to buy food, of which they have released nothing. Nothing. There's $236 million in the state of Alabama allocated specifically for eviction relief. But as I rode through Dothan, as I rode through Enterprise and some of the other cities in the Wiregrass area, I saw people being evicted. A couple days before Christmas, if you ride through the streets, you'll see Christmas trash sitting out. You also see people's furniture, people's personal belongings. But Merry Christmas. We are in the midst of a pandemic. And this is what our government, our elected officials, this is what they do. This is what they do. These are the true criminals. This is the richest country in the world and wants to brag on this all the time, promoting commercialism and glitz. You get into debt celebrating Christmas, celebrating the holidays. So you spend all this money in December. January, February, March, you're still paying for it. You got to tighten your belt a little bit, because this is what they say you have to do for Christmas. If Christmas is about what it's supposed to be about, there will be no hungry people. There will be no starving children on Christmas. We get caught up in the commercialism and the capitalism. And we get away from the things that we know. These are the things that keep us away from black nationalism. These are the things that keep us away from black power. These are the things that distract us. Again, I am not bashing anyone's belief system. I am merely saying that what you believe in should be beneficial. It should be uplifting. While you celebrate Christmas, you still have to tell your children to be careful going to the store. Not from being robbed from someone in the neighborhood, but from being shot in the street by the police. You still, on Christmas Day, have to worry about your little girl being snatched off the street, your wife being snatched off the streets. Not by black rogues, not by a band of marauding super predators, but by a white police force, agents of the state. Black police also, because they are agents of the state. Merry Christmas. We lost free child care for families with kids because they didn't pass the Build Back Better bill. But Merry Christmas. The senator that is railing against the Build Back Better plan, which would get families money, lower drug costs, on and on and on, said that he fears that the people that get money for child care will spend it on drugs. He fears that the men that will get paternity leave will take their time to go on hunting trips. That's Senator Joe Manchin. These are quotes. These are not my opinions. I didn't twist anything. These are the things that this man said. We are bombarded with ads to buy. What you need a bigger TV, you need a better TV, you need the iPhone 1300 with the touch tone and you fold it up and all of this other stuff. And you can't even pay your rent. Not with a single shift, not with working an 8-hour workday. I remember coming up in the 70s and 80s, on Christmas morning, if you didn't have what you needed from the store, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it because everything was closed, including the gas stations. You would occasionally find a gas station that was open, but everything was closed because they wanted you to have time with your family. It was a different time. People were a little bit more important then. It still wasn't right, but it was a little bit more family oriented. Now, Black Friday starts on Thanksgiving Day. Eat your dinner and come on to the store because all of our expendable workers will be in the stores to service you. So all of you expendable workers, not essential, expendable workers that had to work on Thanksgiving, take time away from your family. To those of you that are working today, that had to take time away from your family. Because if you don't come in, you won't have a job. These are the things that we rail against here at Real Talk. And I shouldn't say rail against, but these are the things that we want you to think about. We have to understand that we're at a time where infant mortality is at its highest. Hunger and poverty is at its highest. And our country is worried about Merry Christmas. It's not doing anything to stop the evictions. It's not doing anything to stop the starving children, the homeless families, but Merry Christmas. Remember, there before the grace of God go you. It's not you today, but it could just as easily be you tomorrow. We can't buy into this consumerism. Don't think you have to get into debt to have fun or to celebrate. We can celebrate our families. We can celebrate whatever we believe in without going into debt and creating more problems, because we live in very uncertain times. This Western culture puts value on things, not on people. This is why in the state of Alabama, you will get more time for stealing than you will for killing. You see in so many other places around the country, these flash mobs, these smash and grabs, they're going to throw the book at these people. There are people killing us in the streets that don't get probation. There's no accountability. Well, when they do go to jail, it's 5 or 6 years. But if you steal something, if you break a window in a jewelry store, you get 15, 20 years. Things, not people, have value. That's this Western culture. We have to value ourselves. We have to value ourselves and our lives, because we're being killed in the streets just like it's a safari, and nobody is accountable. But if you crash a truck, if you break into a store, if you steal something, you go into jail. There is going to be accountability. People don't get probation for theft, not in Alabama. So again, we have to reevaluate what we're doing. We don't need to feed into the commercialism. We can enjoy our days off. We need to have our own traditions. We need to celebrate our own families and our own cultures. We don't need to go into debt. We don't need to go into debt. We don't. We need to teach our children the value of life, not the value of things. And we need to teach our children and ourselves that we have to value each other and stand up for one another. You know, don't forget where you are. This is the richest nation on earth, with a state that at any point can make housing available to everyone that needs it. We live in a place where they could make sure that you have food, health care, if the state chose to do it. But they choose that you should suffer. This is a very simple fix. The states, the government, could make sure that there was housing for everyone. They could make sure that there is enough food. The amount of food that's wasted in this country is ungodly on a daily basis, and people are hungry in a place that has eating competitions, in a place that throws away food because it's been around for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So where's the value at? Not in life. The value is in things. Again, Merry Christmas.